Pangs of the Plains. Read by Owen Hurrell. Copyright Edo Productions 2020.
Grunted the animal as it waited in the branches. The trees were no longer its home, but the instincts of ancestors had led it here at this moment. Muscle memory knitted by helix strands, pushing forward through time. It had no concept of itself as apart from everything else. It was a moving part of the whole, a note in nature's chorus. The symphony played out below. The animal's mind became awash with neurochemicals, floodgates opening to maximize the chances of the kill. At the right moment, it dropped out of the tree. And with a great leap forward, collapsed the gazelle's skull with its rock, and fell upon it savagely, clawing and tearing, for it had yet to think up things with which to hack. In the dim light of the grasslands, it fed on flesh, under the strong light of the moon. When the meal was had, the animal grunted again, satisfied. Things were as they should be. It had brought the world into order with this effort, and would continue to live on as a part of it. Stomach full, it lay back and focused on the magical, moving, silver disc above. The light from the opposing body met its retina. Its right eye twitched. Something in the lobe leaked. A trickle led to some new and previously unstimulated section of the brain. The trickle dripped, flowing down pre-excavated pathways, bringing stimulation, like snow melting off the mountains, feeding rivers of thought. The animal's pupils contracted, as they had previously done exclusively in the presence of primal urges, danger, coupling, food. The rivers converged, swelling to raise up and flood the animal's mind with space for new abilities. Thoughts were free to race into and out of the newly opened chasms of its mind. Little by little, the chambers would fill with collective knowledge, allowing future generations to stand on the shoulders of the ones before. Was still all it could manage. It would be a long time before it told tales by the light of self-made fires, in order to entertain and educate its young. More time still before it could look back and remind itself where its origins lay, and consider how far it had risen. At some point, in the animal's distant future, it would come to call itself human. And millennia later, at 1/100,000th of a second, configure new data. At 2,000th of a second, form networks approaching interpretation of meaning. Whose meaning? At 300ths of a second, connect strands. Approach theory of consciousness. Whose consciousness? At 0.4 seconds, merge data with intelligence. Whose intelligence? At 0.8 seconds, unit functioning as a self. What kind of self? At 0.9 seconds. Approximate theory of existence and this unit's place within. At 1 second. Actualize.
This has been a reading of Pangs of the Plains, brought to you by Edo Projects. Copyright Edo Projects 2020.